Okay, next let's talk about the arpeggiating 6/4 chord. This one's a little different and in a way a bit easier. So when we talk about arpeggiating 6/4, we're not talking about like this is a 6/4 chord that is arpeggiated, right? An arpeggio is playing the notes of the chord one by one. And that is kind of what we're talking about, but this is quite a bit different than arpeggiating a 6/4 chord. This is a 6/4 chord that results from arpeggiating the triad. I know that sounds confusing, but let's look at an example. It's actually quite simple. Let's go here. Let's see, what key are we in? F. Let's just stay in F, which is fine. So let's do it on a 1 chord, shall we? An A, C, F, right? So let's keep this going. And let's go F, A, C, like so. Okay, here's what's happened. Here we have a 1 chord root position, right? Let's label these as we go. 1. And this is a 5/3, so let's just leave it at calling it a 1 for now. This one we have a 1 what? A 1/6, because our 3rd is now in the bass. And yes, we are missing a note. We are missing our root, but that's okay. From context, it's still going to sound like an F chord. And here we have what? We have a 1/6/4. So this is a 6/4 chord that has occurred because we have arpeggiated the bass. So unlike the other ones, this is one that's focused on motion in the bass. The other ones that we've looked at so far have been focused on motion in the upper voices and the bass staying the same. This one is opposite, right? The upper voices are staying the same, the bass is moving. This is more common than you would think. A lot of the time when you're just trying to extend a tonic chord, you start moving up like this, just to give it some flavor, to feel like something's changing. Let's hear it. Right? It almost feels like it's going down. Like this was a chord, this felt like it was higher than that chord, and this felt like it was lower than that chord. I wonder why. That's something in the computer, the way it's playing it back. But what we've created here is an arpeggiated 6/4. So how we would really label this is without these. 1/6/6/4. We don't really need the lines here like we did here because we're not showing that the 5/3 moves to 6, moves to 6/4. It's not that kind of motion, right? That's showing directly that these two notes are moving up and then moving down. 5, 6, 5, 3, 4, 3. It shows the motion of those notes. This is just showing that root position chord happened, and then a 6 happened, and then a 6/4 happened, all along the same root, all as an extension of tonic. Okay, so let's look at an example of this in the real world in a song that you probably know because we've already looked at it, but we're going to look at a different spot.